All right, back from a little hiatus. We'll get all of June going, pretty much get caught back up. So let's pull this up, take a look at where we're at. We are at June 1st. What do we have going on? See if we've got any interesting battles here. Right now, Chicago, Carolina, San Fran have the playoff spots locked down, and Lehigh, Southside, and Gary do. So we'll see if any of that changes when we get through June. So let's take a look at Lancaster at Gary. Ooh, a lot of runs in this one, 14 to 10. Northwest, the team with great pitching, top to bottom, but they are in last place. They shut out the Union Stewards. Beantown and Washington, both teams struggling in the suck it up division. Beantown gets the best of Washington. Crystal Lake, big win over Southside. Can Crystal Lake make a run for it? They're just a game under 500, make a run for the playoffs. Illinois and Philadelphia. Philadelphia, 9-5 winner. Vegas at second place. Carolina, and Carolina, 3-2 winner in 10 innings. Lehigh on the road, they lose to Manchester. Oh, it's like a punch in the gut. Chicago, a winner. On to the second. Vegas at Carolina again. This time Bob Lemon gets the win for Vegas. The Stewards are winners. Beantown, Southside, Gary, um, Philly 2-1. Manchester gets Lehigh a second game, and Chicago over San Fran. So on to the third we go. Washington a winner. Southside, Gary, Philly on a roll now. Carolina shuts out Vegas. This Anibal Sanchez has a really good card this year. Lehigh gets a win finally over Manchester. San Fran a win. San Fran holding on to that third playoff spot. And Northwest beats the Union Stewards. So we've already seen a little bit of shifting here. Southside now in second place. Take a look. Illinois goes into Washington and loses. Southside gets beat by the Union Stewards. Gary beats Lehigh. Josh Gibson, 20 home runs already. Philadelphia, 6-2. Chicago beats Carolina. Lancaster a winner. San Francisco over Vegas. And Northwest, 2-1 over Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake gets Northwest in this one. Randy Johnson only 3-5 on the season. Manchester 3-1. Philly was on a roll. I think they just had won a few in a row. Now Beantown with a big win. Washington over Illinois. Southside a winner. Eddie Seacott 5-1 with his new team. Beats Gary. Chicago over Carolina. And Steve Carlton 7-1. Wow. Who knew? Let's get on to the sixth. Illinois continues their losing ways. We'll take a look at who's hot and who's not after we get through the seventh here. Lehigh just squeaks by Gary. Chicago, 5-run winner over Carolina. Manchester wins. Vegas gets by San Francisco. Bob Lemon now on the winning side, 6-5. Northwest 4-1. Southside in a big scoring one loses to Union Stewards, and Philly gets over Beantown. So let's take a look at who's hot, who's not in our standings. Well, Chicago, it always seems like they're always 8-2 in the last 10, so they've been on a big roll, 771 win percentage, 107 run diff already. That's crazy. Lehigh's got a 3-game lead over Southside. Gary 4 back, so second and third up for grabs there, and Chicago with a big lead, but San Francisco and Carolina within a game of each other between second and third there. Illinois at Carolina. Carolina gets beat in 13 innings. San Fran a winner. Lehigh heads into Northwest, gets a win. Chicago loses to Washington. Southside over Lancaster. Crystal Lake beats Gary. Crystal Lake trying to climb back in the playoffs run. Vegas over Philly, and the Union Stewards beat Manchester. So we'll take a look here this week. Might be a good game to feature. Figure out a couple teams we want to see play. People, welcome in, Clue. San Fran, big win. Lehigh, winner. Chicago, Southside over Lancaster. Crystal Lake gets clobbered by Gary, 20-6. And Vegas beats Philly 7-2. Carolina, a winner. Chicago, keep up their winning ways. Gary, a winner. Illinois gets by Carolina. Who's chasing them? Vegas is chasing them. Vegas needs a win. They'll make up a game. San Fran, a shutout. Lehigh shuts out Northwest. Southside, a winner. And Vegas beats Philadelphia. So now Vegas and Carolina tied for that third spot. Washington beats Vegas. Southside, a winner. Union Stewards beat Gary. Chicago over Philly. Carolina gets a win. Manchester, a winner. San Fran and Lancaster. So we get on to the 11th now. Vegas trying to catch Carolina into that last playoff spot. Can Manchester, Lancaster, the Union Stewards, can somebody close that up? There's going to be a Lehigh, Southside, Gary race to the playoffs all season. Don't want to let too much distance get in the way. Vegas on the road gets beat. Lehigh 11-1. Gary a win. Philly a winner. Carolina a winner. Manchester big. San Fran a winner, and Lancaster. So on to the 12th we go. Vegas on the road at Washington. They get a win. Big win for Lehigh. Gary wins. Chicago wins. Carolina wins. So Vegas needs Carolina or San Fran to lose. Manchester shuts out Crystal Lake. San Fran does get a loss. And Lancaster gets a win. So on to the 13th. I'm going to find a game here in the next couple, too. Oh, we got Carolina at Vegas series coming up. I'll probably do one of those. Southside. Lehigh beats Gary. Illinois a winner. Chicago a winner. Manchester big, scoring a lot of runs lately. Crystal Lake gets a win. And Vegas shuts out Carolina. So on to the I'll do games on the 15th. On to the 14th. Gary, a winner. Illinois, a winner. Crystal Lake, a winner. Carolina in 13 innings. Beantown, Southside, Chicago, and Lancaster. So on to the 15th. I'm going to feature this Carolina-Vegas game as it's kind of playing for that third, fourth spot in there. Gary beats Lehigh. Philly over Illinois. Chicago a winner. Manchester a winner. Northwest, Beantown, and Southside. So here we go.
Pitching for Vegas, Bob Lemon.
Play ball!
Smith grounded to the pitcher, 1 out.
Ball 4!
Gehringer walked. Trout lined a single up the middle, Gehringer to second. Helton fly to center, 2 out.
Strike 3!
Walker struck out, 3 out.
Strike
Pitching for
3!
Carolina, number 19, Anibal Sanchez. Clemente struck out, 1 out. DiMaggio doubled off the wall down the third base line.
Ball Ball 4.
Winfield walked. Cepeda lined a triple down the right field line. DiMaggio scored, Winfield scored, Vegas 2 Carolina 0.
Strike 3.
Howard struck out, 2 out.
Strike 3.
Jones struck out, 3 out. Aaron grounded to third, 1 out. Cochran grounded to second, 2 out. Smith grounded to third, 3 out.
Strike 3.
Edmonds struck out, out at first, 1 out.
Poof.
Verall singled on the infield. Mazeroski fly to deep right, 2 out.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Clemente walked, Veralls to second. DiMaggio singled between third and short, Veralls scored, Clemente to third, Vegas 3 Carolina 0. Winfield fly to deep right center, 3 out.
Poof.
Kell singled on the infield.
Ball 4.
Smith walked, Kell to second. Gehringer doubled off the wall in right, Kell scored, Smith scored, Vegas 3 Carolina 2. Trout singled over third, Gehringer to third.
Poof.
Helton grounded to first, second to first double play, Gehringer scored, 2 out, Carolina 3 Vegas 3. Walker struck out, 3 out. Cepeda fly to deep right center, 1 out. Howard lined a triple to right center. Jones grounded to second, Howard scored, 2 out, Vegas 4 Carolina 3. Edmonds singled between first and second. Veralls fly to deep center, 3 out. Aaron fly to deep center, 1 out. Cochran grounded a single between first and second. Smith lined a single between first and second, Cochran to second. Kell fly deep down the right field line, 2 out. Smith grounded to short, forcing Smith at second, 3 out. Mazeroski grounded to third, 1 out.
Ball 4.
Clemente walked. DiMaggio grounded to second, second to first double play, 3 out. Gehringer grounded to the pitcher, 1 out. Trout fly to shallow right center, 2 out. Helton grounded to short, safe on throwing error, Helton to second. Walker fly to deep right center, 3 out.
Strike 3.
Winfield struck out, 1 out. Cepeda doubled to left center. Wild pitch, Cepeda to third.
Strike 3.
Howard struck out, 2 out. Jones lined a single up the middle, Cepeda scored, Vegas 5 Carolina 3. Pitching for Carolina, Doug, Bear. Edmonds grounded to second, 3 out. Aaron fly to deep left, 1 out. Cochran line to the pitcher, 2 out. Smith singled on the infield. Kell fly to left center, 3 out. Bear also fly to deep center, 1 out. Mazeroski grounded to short, 2 out. Clemente grounded to first, 3 out. Smith walked. Gehringer popped to the catcher, 1 out. Trout fly to center, 2 out. Helton grounded a single between third and short, Smith to third. Walker struck out, 3 out.
Ball 4, take your base.
DiMaggio walked. Winfield hit a 2-run homer down the left field line, 327 feet, Vegas 7 Carolina 3. Cepeda singled to right. Howard grounded to first, second to first double play, 2 out. Jones walked. Edmonds fly to deep right center, 3 out. Aaron fly to very deep left, 1 out. Cochran grounded a single between third and short.
Ball 4, take your base.
Smith walked, Cochran to second. Kell lined a single to left center, Cochran to third, Smith to second. Smith grounded to short, forcing Kell at second, Cochran scored, Smith to third, 2 out, Vegas 7 Carolina 4. Gehringer grounded to first, 3 out. Pitching for Carolina, Sandy, Consuegra. Bear also fly to left center, 1 out. Mazeroski grounded to second, 2 out. Clemente lined a single to left center. DiMaggio fly to deep left, 3 out.
Ball 4.
Trout walked. Helton fly deep down the left field line, 1 out. Wild pitch, Trout to second. Walker fly to shallow right, 2 out.
And Vegas with that win, now just one game back at Carolina for that last playoff spot. So on to the 16th. Union Stewards with a win. Carolina gets a win. Lehigh beats Northwest. San Fran loses. So now Carolina, San Fran tied for that third spot. Philly takes a loss to Chicago. Gary a winner. Crystal Lake a winner. And Vegas beats Washington. So on to the 17th. Carolina shut out of Beantown. Beantown might be playing for next year. Union Stewards. Northwest shuts out Lehigh. The overall's a hell of a pitcher. San Fran a shutout of Illinois. Chicago gets a win. Lancaster 4-3 over Gary, and Crystal Lake loses to Southside. So let's take a look at the standings. Who's hot, who's not, and Chicago, like always, are even better than normal. They are 9-1 on a 6-game winning streak. Washington's lost 5. Couple of teams in no more tiers. Southside and Gary both at 7-3. One team only 2 back, 1 over 4. But man, Chicago is really pulling away over there. So it looks like it might be a 3-team race um, between Carolina, San Francisco, and Vegas for 2 spots. And on to the 18th we go. Carolina on the beat. So Carolina, San Fran, and Vegas all need wins. Carolina loses. Manchester a winner. Lehigh beats Northwest. San Fran, they get a win. Chicago keeps winning. Lancaster a win. Crystal Lake a winner. And Washington beats Vegas in 16 innings. So on to the 19th we go. Carolina beats Beantown. Union Stewards over Manchester. Lehigh wins. Lancaster wins. And Vegas a winner. So on to the 20th we go. 10 days left in the month, and it's pretty much the same 3 teams when we started occupying those playoff spots. Can Lancaster, Manchester, Crystal Lake, any of these teams make a run? Can Vegas close it? Is Illinois out of it? Could be. Philly, a loss to Beantown. Union Stewards beat Gary. Lehigh, that's a big win against Southside. Illinois, 11-2 winner. Carolina beats the league-leading Chicago team. Lancaster, a winner. Manchester beats Crystal Lake, and Vegas over San Francisco. On to the 21st we go. This time Southside gets by Lehigh. Washington a winner. Carolina shuts out Chicago. It's 2 losses for Chicago in a row. That doesn't happen very often at all. Vegas beats San Francisco. Vegas and San Fran now tied for that 3rd playoff spot. And Northwest on to the 22nd. Stewards, Lehigh, Illinois, Chicago in 10 innings avoids losing 3 in a row. Manchester a win. San Francisco, a big loss there to Vegas. And Beantown shuts out Philadelphia. To the 23rd we go. San Fran a winner. Union Stewards, Lehigh, Carolina, Chicago. So with Carolina and San Fran winning, Vegas needs to win to hold that lead. Lancaster gets by Southside. Gary a winner. And Vegas beats Philadelphia. So on to the 24th. Beantown, Stewards, Lehigh, Illinois, Chicago, a big win there. Gary gets by Crystal Lake. Lancaster a win, and Vegas over Philadelphia. So Vegas now in second. Carolina a game and a half back. Beantown a winner. Stewart's a winner. Lehigh a winner. Carolina. Chicago. Lancaster beat Southside. Gary a winner. And Philadelphia beats Crystal Lake. Bill Foster. Always tough to face him. Vegas on the road shuts out Illinois. Stewart's over Northwest. Lehigh beats Manchester again. Can't beat them enough. Always enjoy seeing that. Chicago a winner, and Beantown over San Francisco. So we got 4 days left. Let's take a look. Who's hot? Well, Lehigh's 8-2, 9-1 though. Union Stewart's 9-1 in their last 10, and Chicago and Vegas 8-2 in their last 10. Southside a shutout. Chicago keeps on winning. Gary beats Manchester. Philly beats San Fran. Carolina wins. Illinois over Vegas. Lancaster beats the Stewards, and Lehigh beats Crystal Lake. So on to the 28th. Carolina needs a win, can't get it. Vegas needs a win, can't get it. What about San Fran when we get there? 4-2 Crystal Lake upsets Lehigh. Northwest 10-9 over Southside. Southside is sliding. It's South Slide. They're down now, tied with Gary for second. Gary with the win is alone in second place now. San Fran gets by Philly. So on to the 29th we go. San Fran another win. Carolina a win. Vegas a win. Crystal Lake, the nemesis of Lehigh, Southside a winner, and Beantown over Chicago. So here we go. Last day of the month. Philly, Gary, Crystal Lake, Lehigh a winner, Chicago a winner, Northwest a winner, San Fran a winner, and Beantown keeps it close in the suck it up. So there's two games separate 2, 3, and 4 over there. And Lehigh now has a 7-game lead over Gary, 8 on Southside. Well, let's take a look at batting. Let's just take a look at leaders, I guess. Eddie Collins leading the way in batting. Josh Gibson and Mule Suttles with home runs. George Foster, RBI leader. Pitching leaders, Pedro having a big season. Alexander and Luke both with over 14 wins and 16. Newhouser with 14 as well. Let's take a look at team stats. Southside now the #1 batting team and in runs per game. Team ERA, Chicago, they do always like a half a point better than everybody. And Beantown with the best fielding team in the league. So taking a look at standings, how do we wrap it up? Chicago 8-2. Gary is on a 6-game winning streak right now. Union Stewards 8-2 in their last 10. So Union Stewards fighting back a little bit. So we'll see how this plays out. Getting through it pretty quick to catch up because we've been out about 5 or 6 days. We've had things postponed during the holiday break. So I'm going to post this file and the standings, and let's